There is a brutal truth about success that most people refuse to face. It does not come to those who wait. It does not arrive at the feet of those who hesitate. It does not favor those who sit idle, analyzing, overthinking, and waiting for some magical burst of motivation. Success is ruthless. It comes only to those who seize it, those who act, whether they feel like it or not. It is earned by those who refuse to be prisoners of their emotions, who understand that hesitation is the silent killer of dreams. The world does not reward potential. It does not reward ideas that remain trapped in the mind. It rewards execution. It rewards the ones who move despite their doubts, despite their fears, despite the voice in their head that whispers, "Not yet." If you want to be successful, you must train yourself to take action. Not when it is convenient, not when you feel like it, but always. The deception of hesitation. Most people never achieve greatness, not because they lack ability, not because they lack resources, but because they allow hesitation to rob them of momentum. They tell themselves they need more time, more preparation, more clarity, more certainty. They convince themselves that tomorrow is a better day to start. But tomorrow turns into next week. Next week turns into next month. And soon, an entire lifetime has slipped through their fingers. The truth is, winners do not wait for the right time. They do not wait for the perfect conditions. They do not wait for confidence. They move. And because they move, confidence follows. Hesitation is a disease that spreads through the mind. It infects every decision, every action, every opportunity. It whispers excuses, convincing you that waiting is the safer choice. But waiting is not safe. Waiting is a slow, silent death of potential. You do not need more time. You do not need to feel ready. You do not need permission. You need to act. The weakness of negotiation. Every day, most people wake up and enter a negotiation with themselves. Should I get up now or sleep a little longer? Should I go to the gym or take the day off? Should I work on my goals or wait until I have more energy? That negotiation is where weakness is born. Because every time you give yourself a choice, you give yourself an excuse. Every moment of debate is an opportunity for the weaker part of your mind to win. Winners do not negotiate. They do not ask themselves if they should take action. They have already decided. If they say they will wake up at 5 a.m., there is no debate. If they say they will train, there is no discussion. If they say they will work, it is already done. They understand that feelings are temporary, but results last forever. Hesitation is the executioner of ambition. It delays. It stalls. It convinces you that there is a better time, a better moment, a better mood. But there is no better moment. The only moment you have is now. If you truly want to succeed, you must remove the debate from your life. You must eliminate the option of inaction. You must operate from decision, not emotion. Action creates motivation. Most people believe they need to feel motivated before they take action. They are waiting for inspiration. But inspiration is unreliable. Motivation is fleeting. And those who depend on it will always be inconsistent. The truth is, action creates motivation, not the other way around. Think about it. What is the hardest part of working out? It is not the workout itself. It is getting started. The hardest part of writing is not the writing itself. It is sitting down to begin. The hardest part of any task is breaking through the inertia of inaction. But the moment you move, everything shifts. The resistance fades. The excuses disappear. Your mind adapts. That is why successful people do not wait for motivation. They move first. They act first. They force momentum into existence. Because once you start, it is easier to keep going. Immediate execution, the killer of hesitation. The key to destroying hesitation is immediate execution. Most people spend their lives trapped in overthinking. They analyze every decision, waiting for absolute certainty before they move. But that moment never comes. There will always be doubt. There will always be fear. There will always be reasons to wait. Winners do not wait for clarity before they act. They act first, and clarity follows. They do not wait for confidence. They move, and confidence builds through action. The faster you act, the easier it becomes. The secret? Never leave the scene of a decision without taking action. If you decide to start a business, make the first call. If you decide to get in shape, do one set of push-ups. If you decide to wake up earlier, set the alarm and move it across the room. Because action is what transforms ideas into reality. Separate action from emotion. The weak allow their emotions to dictate their actions. If they feel tired, they skip the work. If they feel uninspired, they delay progress. If they feel uncomfortable, they stop. Winners operate differently. They do not let emotions control their behavior. They do not wait until they feel like it. They move forward regardless of how they feel. Because emotions are unreliable. They fluctuate. They deceive. They create inconsistency. And inconsistency is the death of success. Think of the elite, the best athletes, the top performers, the highest achievers. Do you think they train only when they feel like it? Do you think they show up only when they are fully motivated? No. They show up every day. Because they understand that discipline beats motivation every time. If you want to take control of your actions, you must remove emotion from the equation. Your commitments must be non-negotiable. If you told yourself you would work today, then it is happening. If you told yourself you would wake up early, there is no discussion. If you told yourself you would take action, that action is happening. Period. This is the difference between those who succeed and those who fail. The successful move, no matter what. Pressure and accountability, the forces of execution. Most people fail to take consistent action because there are no real consequences for inaction. They tell themselves they will do something, but when they do not follow through, nothing happens. No cost, no penalty, no accountability. Winners create an environment where inaction is not an option. Most people will hear these words, feel a spark of inspiration, and then return to their old habits. They will agree with everything that has been said, but they will fail to integrate it into their lives. And that is the greatest tragedy of all. Not ignorance, but inaction. Not lack of knowledge, but lack of execution. Understanding these truths is not enough. You must embed them into your reality. You must forge them into your daily habits. You must make them a part of your existence. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not intelligence. It is not talent. It is not even discipline. It is the ability to apply wisdom consistently. So now, we go deeper. We move beyond understanding. We move into execution. Here are 5 lessons that will embed this wisdom into your life and transform you into the kind of person who does not hesitate, does not negotiate, and does not wait for permission to act. Lesson 1. Eliminate the gap between decision and action. Every time you hesitate, you strengthen the habit of hesitation. Every time you wait, you build the identity of someone who waits. From this moment forward, you must eliminate the gap between deciding and moving. If you think of a task, begin immediately. If an opportunity presents itself, seize it now. If you tell yourself you are going to do something, do it without delay. The longer you think, the weaker your drive becomes. The longer you analyze, the more doubt creeps in. Adopt the 5-second rule. The moment you decide to act, count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move. No debate. No second guessing. No hesitation. Just immediate execution. At first, it will feel unnatural. Your mind will resist. It will scream for comfort, for security, for more time. But if you override that impulse, if you force yourself to move, you will begin reprogramming your brain. You will become someone who acts without hesitation. And once you embody that, nothing will be out of reach. Lesson 2. Remove negotiation from your life. Most people fail because they allow their emotions to have a vote. They negotiate with themselves every day. Should I wake up early or sleep in? Should I go to the gym or take a rest day? Should I work on my goals or relax for a bit? That internal debate is a death sentence for success. The moment you give yourself a choice, you create an excuse. Winners do not negotiate. They pre-decide their actions. They do not ask if they should work out. They already decided. They train, no matter what. They do not ask if they should push forward. It is already a done deal. They do not let their feelings dictate their actions. They move regardless. Eliminate the option to quit. Remove the discussion. Treat your decisions as final. Because every moment you spend debating is another moment wasted. And winners do not waste time. Lesson 3. Rewire your identity through small wins. Your habits are not just actions. They are statements of identity. Every time you hesitate, you reinforce the belief that you are someone who hesitates. Every time you procrastinate, you reinforce the identity of someone who delays. Every time you quit, you tell yourself, I am someone who does not follow through. But the opposite is also true. Every time you take action, you reinforce the belief that you are someone who moves. Every time you push through, you prove to yourself that you are relentless. Every time you execute, you become the kind of person who always follows through. Small wins matter. They are how you rebuild your identity. Start proving to yourself, right now, that you are an action taker. Wake up when you say you will. Follow through on every commitment, no matter how small. Move even when you do not feel like it. The more you stack small wins, the stronger your new identity becomes. And once you see yourself as someone who always executes, hesitation will no longer be part of your nature. Lesson 4. Create unbreakable accountability. The weak rely on willpower. The strong rely on systems. Most people fail to take consistent action because they have no real consequences for failure. They tell themselves they will do something, but when they don't follow through, nothing happens. No loss, no penalty, no urgency. Winners create external pressure to keep themselves accountable. If you struggle with taking action, make failure painful. Announce your goals publicly. Tell people what you are going to do so you feel the pressure to deliver. Put money on the line. If you fail to follow through, donate money to a cause you hate. Find someone who will hold you accountable. Someone who will call you out when you fall behind. Set unbreakable deadlines. When time is against you, hesitation disappears. The goal is to make inaction so unbearable that taking action becomes the easier choice. This is what separates those who execute from those who only talk. Lesson 5. Separate emotion from execution. The final and most important lesson is this: you must learn to act regardless of how you feel. Most people let their emotions control their actions. If they feel tired, they skip the work. If they feel uninspired, they delay progress. If they feel uncomfortable, they stop. But emotions are unreliable. They fluctuate. They deceive. They create inconsistency. And inconsistency is the enemy of success. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the highest performers in every field do not let emotions dictate their actions. They train when they do not feel like training. They work when they do not feel like working. They move forward even when every part of them screams to stop. They do this because they understand one fundamental truth. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Some days it will be there. Most days it won't. And if you rely on it, you will always be inconsistent. But discipline, the ability to move forward regardless of how you feel, that is permanent. Your feelings do not matter. What matters is that you execute. To the returning warriors of GrimFace, those who have been here, those who have listened, those who have already started walking this ruthless path of discipline and execution, I see you. You are the few who refuse to be shackled by hesitation. The few who understand that this world does not reward the weak. The few who take relentless action while others stand still. Keep pushing forward. Keep sharpening your mind. Keep winning in ways most people will never understand. And to those who are new here, to those who feel that fire inside, but have spent too long waiting, hesitating, and negotiating with themselves, this is your wake-up call. This is where the shift begins. If you are ready to stop waiting and start executing, if you are ready to break free from excuses and take back control of your life, then it's time to join the GrimFace movement. This is not for everyone. This is not for those who need motivation to take action. This is not for those who seek comfort over conquest. This is for those who are ready to embrace the grind, to override hesitation, and to step into their true power. If you are that person, then hit subscribe, drop a comment, and let the world know you are done waiting. Because in the GrimFace movement, we do not sit idle. We take action. We do not wait for the right moment. We create it. We do not bow to fear. We crush it. Welcome to the movement. Now get to work.